Can you guess where we are? Trinidad for Rally Trinidad 2015. Trinidad, oh lovely Trinidad, was the beautiful backdrop for Rally Trinidad 2015. Known as the land of the hummingbirds and land of steel pan, and also their popular carnival, we were there to see the high-powered weapons of speed launch their assault on the 24 planned stages, which were to cover 149 competitive kilometers.
Harold Morley, we're here at the start of Rally Trinidad 2015, just before the first stage. How are things looking?
Things are looking interesting because this car is brand new, my body's brand new, and the event's brand new, and none of them have come together yet. I have not driven the car except from the garage to here. So 3 roundabouts and 2 handbrake turns. That's all I know about it.
Well, we're here at the start of Rally Trinidad 2015, and Frank Kelly is here. What can we expect?
Sideways, more sideways, and probably a bit more sideways.
What are your expectations for this rally?
This rally is to survive it. It's a tough rally this year. As you know, I did it last year. Bronte is a tougher stage. Be very punishing for making mistakes. I think it's going to be critical to get through Saturday. Sunday should be a little easier, but surviving Saturday is going to be hard work. I'd like to get to the finish. If we can place in the 2-wheel drives, maybe knock off a few 4-wheel drives, I'd be happy.
First time in Rally Trinidad, yes. First time in the Caribbean.
What can we expect to see from you?
It's very hard to judge, you know, it's such new terrain and so much different stages to Ireland. They're so much slippier and marbly, and the dust, you know, we will struggle with the heat. You know, we're struggling with the heat walking about, never mind driving in it, so it's hard to judge. I don't think we'll expect a lot.
We've been out for a year, but you know, when we come in hard, you know, so it's only one thing we're going for, that is the win. Tonight we just get through safe and let it start tomorrow.
It's a good event. I think any of 9 cars could win. All of them are fairly equal cars, so it's quite competitive and quite exciting to be, you know, driving against peers that are in equal cars. So I think it's going to be a lot of experience that I will. Old man experience, I guess, that we'll carry on the gravel tomorrow and on Sunday.
Everything's perfect. Yeah, we can't ask for more.
You've paced note of the stages. How do the stages look?
Very good. Yeah, really good. We've got a lot of challenging areas. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. A lot of fun.
These stages could be really tricky, and it's a different kind of service to what we're normally used to. So we just gonna try our best and see what happens.
For the introductory lap in 8
Primarily a loose rally, the first of 3 days sees the cars on a short ceremonial tarmac stage. One can't win the rally by winning the 2 1.4-kilometer sprint stages at the Hazley Crawford Stadium on Friday night. However, a mistake could cost you the entire rally or have you playing catch-up over the remaining 2 days. Take a look at this display from the Trinidadian Drifters.
Doing very nicely. Doing a nice transition.
With a massive crowd in place, there was a quick ceremonial start over the ramp before the crews in this year's rally launched their attack on the short tarmac stage. Matthew Russell in the Group A Mitsubishi Evolution was outside the top 10 on his first run, but returned a better second run time at the stadium. Scott Shepard in his Ford Escort was set to do battle in the modified class, which had 5 crews entered for the rally. In his first overseas trip, Barbados' Wayne Archer was hoping to have a good Rally Trinidad. Barbados' Stuart McClary in his Ford Mark I Escort posted the 7th fastest time on stage 1, but a slight mistake costed him on the second pass. Shane McGurr was one of 3 Irishmen who were set to invade Rally Trinidad over the next 3 days. This mistake cost him about 10 seconds. Another Irish driver in the rally was the popular Frank Kelly, who had Trinidad co-driver Robert Cadiz alongside him. The UK's Harold Morley, who has become more of a Caribbean man, was campaigning his newly acquired Subaru STI N14. Andrew Malaloo made up 1/3 of Barbados' drivers who had made the trip to Trinidad. Jamaica's Joel Jackson pelting around the Subaru Impreza, formerly campaigned by Harold Morley.
All right, Joel Jackson.
Trinidad's Ryan Pinero and Ross Vieira were the leaders of the rally after one stage with an impressive time that was the only time he led. Trinidad's Stuart Johnson was 4th after stage 1 had been completed. There were no World Rally cars entered for this rally, which meant the battle was among the Group A and Group N competitors. One of those drivers was John Powell, who was leading the rally after 2 stages.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Barbados' James Betts was one of the clear favorites in the rally after winning a number of smaller events in Trinidad earlier. He was in the top 5 at the end of the first day.
Just half a second separating them. In a brand new machine, the Evolution 9.
Craig Samir was about 8 seconds off the leader after the 2 stages in his newly acquired Evolution 9.
Beautiful execution there for Craig. Nicely done.
Another competitor expected to be battling for the top honors is Christian Bourne. He was also in the top 5 heading into day 2. If you want the best motor oil for your vehicle, get Belleville Motor Oil, the official motor oil of Race 1.
Well, well, well. Look who's getting another phone call.
I want you to listen up carefully. ProSales got the latest technology. Nokia, iPhone, Samsung Galaxy. Chargers, cases, faces, batteries. Matter of fact, everything and accessories. Matter of fact, you don't have to hit the lottery. And the fact, you don't have to back your salary. Head to ProSales now and check out the variety. Want it, you can get it. Call them anytime, I recommend it. 4311, not 42 is the digits. Call them or pay them a visit.
Chevrolet Sonic. Let the world know who you are.
The rally moved from Port of Spain to the south of the island for the gravel stages to begin. With 97 kilometers to be contested, Day 2 was the beginning of the true test in the rally with stages 3 to 12. The first of the two-stage venues was the 11.4-kilometer Bronte stage, which was slated to get going at 9:30 a.m., and that was coupled with the Reform 8-kilometer stage. The drivers were relaxed and ready to go as the crews made their final checks. The spectators were also in place and making sure you knew where they were from. Also getting ready for the action was some of the media. With the running order back to normal, it was Trinidad's David Coelho who was the first to brave vastly different conditions of the morning. The first two stages were dry. However, Coelho slipped from his second place position. And then the rain came at the Bronte stage, which made the stage very tricky. Next to launch his attack was Christian Bourne, who rocketed to the top of the standings after he posted the fastest time on the first Bronte stage. His time was 10 seconds faster than his closest rival, and he repeated his impressive first loop with a second fastest time at Reform. How slippery did the Bronte stage get? Well, just take a look. Trinidad's Craig Shamir has been a consistent performer since his rookie year in 2013. However, he gave up over a minute to the stage winner on stage 3 and continued leaking time in the morning. John Penty Powell won stages 4 and 6, which were contested at the Reform venue before lunch. He gave up over 20 seconds on the first stage of Day 2 and a further 10 seconds on stage 5. This may be one reason he gave up time to the stage winners, as he nearly goes off into a ditch here. And the rain was also making its presence felt on the inside of the car and outside.
Right 5. Right 5. 300 to Lambo.
Powell also fell victim to the slippery conditions. Stuart Johnson found himself playing catch-up after he dropped almost a minute in the wet and slippery Bronte stage. Barbados's James Betts had been consistently in the top 5 all morning long, and he was finally rewarded with a stage victory on the 5th stage. As he pushed his evolution through the course, he also was a victim of the rain and mud on Bronte. Barbados's Andrew Malalou had started the day by giving up almost a minute to the Group N stage winner. Ryan Pinheiro could do nothing other than sit back and watch his advantage dwindle to nothing. Harold Morley was struggling to match the pace of the Group N leader. Suriname's Raj Prasad was trying to navigate his way through the mud, and then this happened. Stuck. Frank Kelly was second in Super Modified 6 as he piloted his Ford Escort Mark II through the morning loop. And even with the marshal signaling, it was still tricky. Just pay attention to how close Frank Kelly comes to the other car, but he gets away. And it seems as though the two-wheel drives are making it through the mud. Fellow Irishman Shane McGurr was in the battle for the Super Modified 6 lead. He also looked to have benefited from the warning by the marshal. The third Irishman in the rally was Paul Fitzgerald, who manages to barely avoid getting stuck here. Barbados' Stuart McClary was second in Super Modified 5 up to the lunch halt. Rayaz Mohammed was way off the pace of the Super Modified 6 leaders, who were the Irishmen Frank Kelly and Shane McGurr. Donald Gopal was sitting in third place in Super Modified 6. Barbados' Wayne Archer did not have a good second day, managing to complete only one stage on the day after the clutch cable broke on the line of the opening stage. All did not appear to be well with the Mazda of Sarah Jane Gopal. No one in the modified class made it through the morning without problems, and here we see Junior Phillips' narrow escape.
Hear that? That means scroll up, come back again. So run, go tell a friend, for tell another friend, follow me now. Cup over, start and all you could hear. Wish part scroll up, fet this year. Box, scroll up, start up again, win a gear. Scroll up, start up again, win a gear. Scroll up, start up again, start up again, start up again. What? Wax, scroll up, come back again. Wax, scroll up, come back again. Wax, scroll up, start back again. Wax, scroll up.
If you want the best motor oil for your vehicle, get Belleville Motor Oil, the official motor oil of Race 1. The lunch halt. The first order of business was mud.
James Betts, day 2 of Rally Trinidad. How are things going?
Good, man. We started out, slow and easy. The car is new to me, so having a affiliation, with the car, and I'm really enjoying it. The car is easy to drive, having some diff issues, but we're just going to get to the end of the rally. Trying to better what I did last year.
New car, tell me what it is.
It's an Evo 8, Group A, but standard engine, just with a restrictor, 2 camshafts, very basic gearbox, just like all the rest out here, but no modifications really in the engines. So I'm struggling to keep up with the pace, John Paul with the Evo 9 and the Miva engines. But at the end of the day, the rally's long and we just want to get to the end. But we're doing some half decent times.
The reform stage, the first stage this morning, some rain came down. I think we were lucky to get out there a little earlier than the guys who may have had a little more rain. The second pass through there was pretty ridiculous. The stages on reform here are nice. We're keeping it together. I mean, we're trying to keep it clean, and we want to finish this rally. We want to be, in the top 3.
This morning, actually, on the first stage, we had a saber hose blowout, so we ran the stage without boost. We lost a lot of time. Second and third stage wasn't too bad. It's a new car, so we're still sorting out suspension, getting confidence in it, but we're picking up time as the day goes along.
So what's next after lunch?
Hopefully trying to keep it on the road still. I think we want to really make the push tomorrow, so just finish out today. We heard they cancel these stages in South, so because of the weather. I see rain looks like it's about to fall here too, so probably going to be on the conservative side for this evening.
All the best.
Everyone moved to the reform stage after lunch as the stages at Bronte were cancelled due to their slippery and unsafe nature. Fans and the media lined the popular jump on the stage and waited for the action to begin. Trinidad's Christian Bourne had a good second day, and he was second overall after Super Stage 12 and the close of Day 2. Craig Samir dropped about a minute off the pace on Stage 9, but he was still 4th overall at the end of Day 2. All of them were trying to catch this pair of Barbados's James Betts and Sean Abed, who had built up a lead of just over 25 seconds at the end of Day 2. But while many were taking it conservative at the jump, whoa, not so for Trinidad's Stuart Johnson, who won one stage after lunch and was 3rd overall. Barbados's Andrew Malalou and Sean Gill were 7th overall and 3rd in Group N. Harold Morley was 4th in Group N and 8th overall. Raj Prasad from Suriname was beached in Stage 5 and did not make it to Stage 6, and so he was out of the overall standings. But none were as spectacular as Ireland's Frank Kelly, who flew over the jump. Kelly was 2nd in Super Modified 6 and 6th overall at the end of Day 2. Ireland's Shane McGurr was 5th in the overall standings and leading Super Modified 6 from his countryman Frank Kelly. Also in the top 10 overall standing at the end of Day 2 was Barbados's Stuart McClary, who was leading Super Modified 5 and 9th overall. By the end of Day 2, only 10 of the 29 starters had completed every stage, and Donald Gopal was not one of them, as he did not finish Stages 3 or 6. Rayaz Mohammed was 10th overall and 3rd in Super Modified 6. Ishmael Khan did not finish stage 3 and was out of the overall hunt. Matthew Russell did not finish stage 3 and then missed stage 4. Ansel Ali in his rotary-powered Mazda missed stages 5 and 6. Next time on Race 1, Rally Trinidad Day 3, and more local motoring stories.
You got it.